Welcome to the U.S. Kiss Vinyl Reference YouTube channel. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Alright folks, welcome back to another episode of the U.S. Kiss Vinyl Reference. I am Mike Stone, your host, as always. And, surely you know what this episode's going to be, but in case you haven't come across this little series that I've been doing, I've been hitting on promotional records, and I've done part 1 and part 2 already, and we're getting ready to go with part 3. So this is going to cover the unmasked period, not the literal album unmasked, but you know, the unmasked as in like no makeup. So basically from Lick It Up onward. And then I got some 12-inch singles in here, and then at some point we'll do 45s. So this one might be it for the time being, and when I say time being, I don't mean like a long period of time, but I've got another episode coming up shortly that I'm going to be filming, so I'm going to veer off of the promos and go back and what have you. So anyway, you listen to me talk long enough, I'm going to splash up a page here with all my socials and shit, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright folks, welcome back. So, promos. This is going to be part 3. So the first 2 of them went from the debut up to Creatures. This one's going to take us the rest of the way through. So, and then I'll do a 45s episode later, as I said earlier. Before we get started, so the most recent thing, Hot in the Shade, that was announced and sold out quickly, like 5 minutes quickly, is what it is. So I do enjoy these reissues. I'm getting a little over the forced bundles, you know, having to buy a hoodie or a t-shirt or whatever with the record. I've got enough shirts. I mean, I'm wearing one that came with, I think this one came with a Love Gun picture disc. I've got a hoodie, I've got a coat. I mean, I'm over it, you know. It would be nice if they'd go back to just doing a record again by itself, but you know, I think this is the way it is going forward. Rant over. I'm done with it. So anyway, sure, there's another reissue in the pipeline, hotter than hell probably, and I would venture a guess that it's ready to go live at any time, so who knows. So that's that. On a more local note, I just seen that Paul Stanley's going to be making an appearance at a Rockin' Brews that's opening up in a casino near me, about 25-30 minutes away from me, give or take. So that's going to be in a few weeks. I'd kind of like to go to that if I can. It's on a Saturday, so I don't see any reason why I couldn't, unless I'm filming, which I've kind of gotten lazy on my filming schedule. I could film on a Saturday, a Sunday, or a Wednesday night like today. So anyway, On to the promos, as they say. I don't know who they is there. It just sounded good at the time. So, we left off on creatures, and we was talking about unmarked promos at that point. If you remember backwards, creatures had a gold stamp on the jacket, but it did not have a promotional label. And I said that's going to carry forward for the next few titles. Well, today is the day we explore those next few titles. So, we are in the Lick It Up era, and I'm just doing this how I have them in my rack. So, usually any kind of 12-inch single will actually be before the album in my rack. So we're going to start off with a couple of radio singles from Lick It Up. Now these were promotional only. There was not a retail copy of a 12-inch single for any of these that I'm about to show. So first up is Lick It Up. It's in this custom jacket here. That's custom printed. Just some legal stuff on the back there, and if you're keen, there's a 0704 in that lower corner. I haven't seen another plant number, but I'm not saying it doesn't exist either. Alright. Plain white inner sleeve, which pretty much goes without saying for the rest of these radio singles. Alright. Then the vinyl. We have a Mercury label. If you look to the right hand side, it says promotional copy not for sale underneath the catalog number. Look over to the left hand side underneath where it says 33 1/3 and all that jazz. There's a number 26, and it's just the song Lick It Up. Also, it's the exact same thing on both sides. So, my theory on why they do that is because these things were handed out for free, but they do cost money to make. So, press the same thing on both sides. Radio station, if they play it enough to wear it out, all they got to do is flip it over. They got a brand new promo to play. Another little thing here. If you notice, my light passes through there, and it's kind of a brownish color. So, Lick It Up, 12-inch promo single. And these 12-inch promo singles are usually not too hard to find, except for the last one that I showed today. So, alright, next up is another promo single. This time we are not in a custom jacket. This is just a plain white jacket with a hole so you can see the label, and of course the white inner sleeve. And this is All Hell's Breaking Loose. Again, off to the right it says promotional copy not for sale. Off to the left you'll see a number 26 underneath all that stuff. Also, again, same thing on both sides. And also, again, light shines through the record. This time it's got a purple shine to it. And the funny thing about these sleeves is sometimes I have a hard time finding where the opening is. I don't know why. moving on to the proper album. So, we have a gold stamp there around the barcode. Also, we have a black 206 right there by the polygram logo. Printed inner sleeve. If you look back to my Lick It Up episode, you'll remember that there were glossy and matte inner sleeves. This is glossy. And then there was also a poster photo credit that could or could not be on the inner sleeve. This one happens to have the poster credit. And the vinyl, we've got a Mercury label. Over where it says stereo and side 1 on the left hand side, you'll see a number 26, and you won't see any promotional text anywhere on the label. So, like I said, that's kind of a continuation of Creatures there. And then light passes through and it's a brownish color. So there's your Lick It Up promo. Okay, and then we have another Lick It Up promo. So this also has the gold stamp up there by the barcode. Also has the 206 down there by the polygram logo. This inner sleeve is glossy and it does have the poster credit, even though there was not a poster that came with Lick It Up. The vinyl, off to the left under stereo and side 1, there's the number 26. And then there is no promotional text anywhere to be found on the label. So I just basically showed you the exact same thing, right? This one has the light shining through purple instead of brown. So there's the difference. So basically you have to have it in your hands to tell the difference. Alright, so that is the Lick It Up era. Next, we're going to the Animalize era. We're going to start off with a 12-inch single for Heaven's on Fire. It looks a lot like that Lick It Up single that I showed. Alright, got the legal stuff on the back, 0704 down here. White inner sleeve. Then the Mercury label. If you look off to the right, it says promotional copy, not for sale, underneath the catalog number. And to the left, underneath all that text, you'll see a number 22. And it's just the Heaven's on Fire track, and it's the same on both sides. And if memory serves, light does not pass through this record. as I said before, these are promotional only. There was not a retail copy for, well, okay, the only 12-inch single in the U.S. that got a retail copy was I Was Made for Loving You. Let's put it that way. All right. We have another 12-inch single. And again, a plain white sleeve. A white inner sleeve. And this one is for one of my favorite 80s songs by Kiss, Thrills in the Night. So, off to the right-hand side, it says promotional copy not for sale underneath the catalog number. Off to the left-hand side, it says a number 22 underneath that text. And then you'll notice the title, it says Thrills in the Night Edit Version. So, you flip it over, and then you can see it says Thrills in the Night LP version. So this one has two different tracks, kinda. Light does not pass through this one. Yeah, the edit version's got like 30 seconds cut off or something like that. See, the edited version is 3 minutes and 57 seconds, and the LP version is 4 minutes and 13 seconds. So it's got a little chunk taken off out of it. I have both sides of this ripped into my computer. I want to say the edited version had something taken out of the first verse. It's been a while. Alright, now we are on to the album. So, Animalize, that we all know and some love. Not a huge fan here. Hype sticker is stuck to the jacket. There's a gold stamp on the back right here. And then it is impossible to see, but down by that polygram logo there is a black 206, which I'll throw up here. Custom printed inner sleeve. And the vinyl. It's a Mercury label. To the left hand side under stereo and side A you see a number 22, and again you do not see any promotional text on this label, so that's just how they came. Now, as I said in the previous episode about these promos, if it wasn't for that gold stamp, I wouldn't consider this a promo. If it just had like a cut corner or a saw mark, I wouldn't consider it a promo. Now, if it's got promotional text on the label, I'll take any mark on a jacket, but if it doesn't have promotional text on the label, in order for it to be a promo to me, it's got to have a gold stamp on the jacket. Alright. Wet my whistle a little bit. Alright. Now we are moving on to the Asylum era. My favorite non-makeup album, by the way. So, first single from Asylum was Tears Are Falling. It is in, this is still a company jacket, even though it's got a special printing to it. that is a sticker that's stuck to the jacket. Got a gold stamp on the back of the jacket, 501 down here. The vinyl, if you read off to the right hand side underneath the catalog number, it says promotional copy not for sale. The left hand side underneath where it says side 1 stereo and all that, you'll see a 016. And now we're back to the same thing being on both sides. Next up is a single for, let's be honest, it's probably my least favorite song on Asylum, but with that said, I still like it. So we've got a different company jacket. It's still custom printed, but it's not Kiss specific. It's got that funky die cut hole there. So all night. I hate saying that. I think I sound goofy as fuck, but that's the name of the song. So on the right hand side it says promotional copy not for sale. On the left hand side you got a 016 underneath the side 1 and stereo and all that. And then yeah, it's the same on both sides. Plenty of other songs on Asylum that they could have used in the US as a single. I know some other countries I think got Who Wants to Be Lonely. I would have much rather taken that one as a single. Or I'm Alive. Anything. King of the Mountain. I like this song, but it's not my favorite. Okay, on to the proper album. So there's the Asylum album we all know. Hype sticker is on the jacket. Gold stamp on the back with the 0704 in the corner. Take that out. Printed inner sleeve that open. I'm holding this with the opening at the top, so yeah, it's sideways for some reason. And then some of these will come with an insert for Animalized Live and Uncensored, which I touched on this in my Asylum episode. There are a couple of different variations of this, and it is kind of a theory that maybe one of the variations came with the 1985 Creatures of the Night reissue. Nothing substantiated there, but the vinyl. So it's on a Mercury label. There is not a plant number anywhere on the label. And also, there is not any promo text anywhere on the label. So yeah, there's that. Light shines through. kind of a greenish color, and even though I didn't do this with the two 12-inch singles, they both let light through, and I'm pretty sure they're both that same greenish color. So there is Asylum. Moving on to the Crazy Nights era, we've got a couple of 12-inch singles here. The first being Crazy Crazy Nights. And this is just a plain white jacket with a hype sticker on the jacket. So and then the vinyl. On the right hand side underneath the catalog number, it says promotional copy not for sale. On the left hand side underneath the 33 and the third and all that, it says got a number 49, and it's the same thing on both sides, and light does not pass through. Next up is Reason to Live. And again, it's a plain white, well, it's not plain white, it's got that Polygram Rocks radio, so it's a company jacket with a hype sticker on it. And then legal info on the back. The vinyl. It's a Mercury label. On the right hand side it says promotional copy not for sale. On the left hand side it's got an 016. Light passes through and it's a brown color. And I don't know about everybody else's copy, but the label on mine is kind of textury. We have a third single from Crazy Nights, and my personal favorite song off of Crazy Nights. I am a rather large fan of the Crazy Nights album to begin with, but my favorite song off of that album is Turn on the Night. So again, we've got the Polygram Rocks radio jacket. That's a sticker. All the legal mumbo jumbo on the back. And the vinyl. Is a Mercury label. And it says on the right hand side, promotional copy not for sale. And on the left hand side, it's got a number 49. And light does not pass through. there's the 3 singles from Crazy Nights. And then we go to the album. So, first things first, hype stickers on the jacket. We have a gold stamp on the back of the jacket between Paul and Gene. Printed lyric sleeve. And then the record. So if you look to the right hand side underneath the catalog number, it says promotional copy not for sale. And on the left hand side you have a number 49. And then no light. So far, the promos that I have showed come pretty easy. Lick It Up can be a little tricky at times, but the rest of them, I think when I was doing record shows at one time, I had like 5 promo copies of Asylum. I couldn't give those damn things away. So now we are going to the Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits period. And we have a 12-inch single from it, which can be pretty tough to find. So it's a Polygram Rocks radio jacket. And then you guessed it, let's put the X in sex. So this has a bunch of remixes of the song because it needed remixes, especially a 7.5 minute version of it. So there's, on the right hand side it says promotional copy not for sale. On the left hand side it's got an 016, and side 1 has the excessive mix, which is 7.5 minutes long. I guess I bopped my camera a little bit. And then on side 2 there is the Hot Urban mix, the Sexapella mix, and then Calling Dr. Love from the Smashes album, a remix. So yeah, we needed 8 minutes of let's put the X in sex. And you know, if I am just listening to something in the background and X and sex comes on, I can tolerate it. But I really don't like the song, and I kind of joke around, joking, not joking, that you don't really appreciate how much you don't like the song until you listen to these remixes. Whew. Some of them are not good. Alright, so on to the Smashes album. So I did an episode with none other than Brett Siples, the guy who collects all things Smashes, and we had talked about the promo copy of Smashes, and I brought up that mine has a hype sticker on the jacket. This is the only one I have seen, only promo I've seen with the hype sticker on the jacket, and his doesn't. So we got a gold stamp on the back of the jacket, printed inner sleeve, and then the vinyl So on the right hand side above the catalog number, it says promotional copy only, not for sale. And on the left hand side, right at the start of that text at the bottom, there's a number 53 before the word manufactured. And then I'm pretty sure, but yeah, light does not pass through. I believe light does pass through the X and Sex single, but I'm not going to dig it back out. So that does smashes, thrashes, and hits. And then we have a sampler of sorts coming up here. So even though it's a promotional only thing, it's pretty well known. But we have First Kiss, Last Licks, which is kind of a promotional thing for the Hot in the Shade album. So, you know, we know about the smudges in the jacket, which actually, there it is. And then the jacket's not glossy, it's flat. There's a little bit of glitter up here and there. Maybe glitter. I think it's from jackets being stacked on top of one another. I think it's just from where that gold promo stamp rubbed off. And then just a regular inner sleeve. And then the label. So this label does not apply to any other release, so there's no need in pointing out where all the text is. You've got a Gene silhouette, and then you've got a Paul silhouette. So that's all you need, because it's like a olive green and then the thin black text on it. It's kind of hard to read, at least for me anyway. I mean, I've got decent eyesight, but, you know, I'm not an eagle. And it has 4 songs from Hot in the Shade on side A. Side B, we got Nowhere to Run and Partners in Crime. And then demo versions for Deuce and Strutter. And then Partners in Crime is it's a remix or something different from the Killers track. Both versions of it are in the Creatures box set. I do know that. I want to say the drum beat's a little different. All right. On to Hot in the Shade. So, first things first, hype sticker on the jacket. And then we have a gold stamp here in the lower right hand corner, left hand, whichever. Yeah. Left hand. I work 10 hours today, so yeah, I'm a little sketchy on some comprehension here. So, inner sleeve printed. Mine came to me, I'm not going to say that all promo copies did. Mine came to me with the bio from the press kit. All I need to do is maybe find a a picture from the press kit and make that complete because there wasn't a folder. And I mean, press kits aren't really my thing, so that's one of those. If I come across it, fine. If I don't, I'm not actively seeking it. Alright. The vinyl. We've got a Mercury label. Off to the right hand side under the catalog number, it says promotional copy, not for sale. Left hand side, it's got a number 49. And then light passes through at a brown color. So for most, this is where the promotional albums end. I do have a few more examples, a couple that I'm going to show, and then a couple I'm just going to talk about. If I can get this back in there. Alright, so the next promotional copy, technically not a Kiss album, but it technically is. Kiss My Ass. So it does have a gold stamp on the jacket. And everything else is like the US. No stickers on the jacket, I might add. And then it's just a regular record, no promotional label or anything. It's a retail copy that got a gold stamp. So that's some people include it in the catalog. I really don't, but I found it cheap, and then I found a stock copy for cheap, so I picked them up. Listened to it once. In my whole life, I've only ever listened to it once, so not my thing. And then the last one I'm going to show is Unplugged. And so it's the regular Unplugged album. We have the poster with it, which I'm having a hard time locating. There it is. You know, I've got it folded up here. It's the black vinyl version. No promotional text on the label anywhere. It's just a black vinyl that everybody knows. But it has a sticker over the barcode that says promotional copy, not for sale. So, I mean, I kind of land a little funny on these because it's a sticker, it's not a stamp, and it's kind of like that debut album. So, I mean, yeah, there's more than one of these, so I trust that it's legit, but I mean, as far as me calling it a promotional copy, I mean, it is promotional copy, but it's just hard for me as a collector to call it that. And so this is pretty much how records were marked from here out. And not just Kiss, I mean, anything. So, like, you get to the Kissteria reissues. Some of those will have a sticker over the barcode that'll say promotional use only, not for sale, or something like that. I happen to have one of the Off the Soundboards and the 45th anniversary of Destroyer that have that sticker. So, well folks, that does it for the LP and 12-inch single portion of the promotional series that I'm doing here. And that'll give you, if promos are your thing or have maybe recently become your thing, that'll give you a little guide to look for what's out there. So, as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in when I drop these things. I was about to say week after week, but there's been a couple of weeks that got missed. So, anyway, I thank you for watching. You've been you. I've been me. I'll catch you next time.